They just had all armor check penalties the same in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually my swimming, with my armor on, it's still +5.
Also, I found out what she would do if she were to fight undead. She would just use the spell Hide from Undead. And then leave.
As long as they're not intelligent, you're fine.
You can just hide from undead, go up there and like touch them with some curative spell, and then leave, and then come back the day after. That's good. As long as she has time to prepare, basically, now she can handle a lot of stuff. It's good. Awesome.
Awesome.
Sanctuary is also a good way to do things. Aboleth's Lung. You can breathe water, but no longer breathe air. Right.
If you're planning to spend a long time underwater, could be useful.
Well, you know, repairing that hover ship would be pretty amazing, but I don't think it's possible.
You know, from just a metagame standpoint, I don't think it's possible either. I don't think they have another one, because if we get one of those, I'll be very surprised and very scared about what we're going to encounter. But that would be like, you know, racism goes only so far. If we can get a freaking hover ship, then screw who made it. We can paint it Drow. Also, let's agree not to tell the gnomes about this too much.
They don't tell them we found a submarine.
Oh yeah, you have an awesome empire laying out there waiting for you. Like, oh, do we now? All right.
You had an awesome empire.
Maybe we should reclaim that somehow. Actually, let's not do that. We should make them loyal first before we make them do this kind of thing, and then force them to build it in Drow size, so they're too small to reach.
Like, I can't reach the on button.
It's kind of like capturing Iron Man and forcing him to build that suit or missile or something.
Yeah, and we all know how that ended.
Yeah, like it's just not like suddenly like the airship like transforms into some robot thing. You're like, oh crap. Eleanor can use the make whole spell.
Wouldn't repair an entire ship, I don't think.
This spell affects a ship as if it was a construct.
Oh, really?
It heals a ship D6 per level. So that would be 3d6.
3d6, and judging by how much like HP Steel and Mithril has...
So eventually, I mean, you can get like 2 of them a day. So
yeah, after, I don't know, I don't know how long, but that ship would have a lot of HP.
Depends on how much. I mean, we just need to get it like moving, right?
We need to patch up the massive hole in it first.
Screw that. We just need to get it moving. But yeah, eventually, like we can come back and reclaim it. Like if it was just a miracle and make it back here. Well, we're high enough level, of course. We buy a scroll of miracle. We will have our airship. I don't think that's usually available. You can repair a ship with make whole.
Just take a while.
Well, I think that's the difference between repairing a ship and somehow recovering a ship that is sunk completely. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you know, the thing, you know that you're all so fancy with your knowledge of engineering. She doesn't need to know how it works.
You just slap some magic on it.
You just put some magic on it and it'll work. Damn your DC 30 knowledge checks. If you've messed that up, then Eleanor could have come in and be like, "Oh, all right, let me just fix this for you."
I mean, it is interesting because make whole does specify it can repair an item that is below 0 hit points, so it's destroyed. Which parts of the ship would definitely be considered destroyed.
Yeah. Unless, of course, it's like a scroll of potion.
Oh.
It would definitely be great to repair that thing, but I honestly don't think it's supposed to be repairable.
No, I don't think so either.
We will do it.
And again, we didn't think it would be a submarine.
Yes.
Working submarine.
That's true.
Also, we have mending, right? We can do 1d4 restoration of hit points. That's if it is broken, though.
Yes, it can't fix a destroyed object.
Magic compared to magic items that are destroyed can be repaired, and that is 0 hit points or less. But it does not restore magical abilities. It does not affect creatures.
This is not a magic. The ship. I don't think the ship is.
No objects that have been warped or otherwise transmuted.
I don't think it flies with magic. It just flies with science.
Science.
To us, that's probably the same thing.
Yeah, it probably is.
No magic.
What was that famous quote? Sufficiently advanced technology is undistinguishable from magic or something?
I think so, yeah. Don't know who said it.
Applies.
I heard it.
So lasers are magic, is what you're telling me.
To a caveman, yes.
If you were a caveman and you saw a laser, you'd probably think it's magic.
Well, it wouldn't matter if it was. I think is the point. You might as well act as if it is magic, because it really doesn't matter. Which means also that anything we could perceive as magic could be technology. Take it the other way around. Meaning that suddenly an alien comes down and just teleports all over the place. So we're like, that's impossible to science, but he's doing it. So, I mean, that's magic, right? Impossible. Can't do it, but it's done. Although nowadays we'd probably be advanced enough to say, oh, it's possible somehow. We don't know how yet.
Sheep, go delve into quantum theory. Work it out.
Entanglement, photon,
String theory.
Higgs boson, and then like polar shifts, lunar orbit. And,
yes, the moon is very important when dealing with teleportation.
Ionized reflux.
Earth energy.
Yes, well, you see Earth as a giant superconductor.
Pyramid power.
Oh no.
Sheep, can we turn the Earth into a giant superconductor?
That would probably not be a good idea.
Let us ionize everything on Earth, and then use.
If you did turn the Earth into a superconductor, that'd be awkward. If you hold a magnet anywhere on, near the Earth's surface, it would just float.
No, to get back to it, I mean, with given enough time, we could repair this ship thing.
It would take a very, very long time.
Yeah, we don't really have a time limit at all, so...
Oh, right. We just need,
centuries.
We have, 1 million tons of fuel with this thing anyway. So, if some of you get really good at fishing, I guess you could just leave Elinari down here. She can dream herself to food.
Actually, we have a bigger problem which Jonas brought up, which was air.
Oh, that's true. That's kind of a problem.
He said we're almost out of air down there, so...
Oh, that's a...
Well, we can probably take the submarine, go up to the surface of the lake.
I suggested that idea, but Jonas didn't seem to like it that much.
Wow.
There is a magic item that makes you not have to breathe.
I'm sure
so you're going to do that and just sit down here with just casting spells for a turn.
No, she can make skeletons, and they can steer the goddamn thing. It's done, and then just slowly repair it with magic. And in 1,000 years, a big skeleton-crewed air thing will levitate out. All their fuel will be gone.
Everyone thought we disappeared and died, and suddenly we invade Waffles with a giant flying ship.
Who are you? House Spitheria has returned. We are now all venerable elves. Don't forget there are no bolts for the ballistae. There's another question. Bolts.
I think we got 400.
Were there mithril bolts? And were they
no,
big?
I think just normal bolts.
Oh. How the hell did they survive?
I don't know.
Magic.
Good craftsmanship.
Well, not that Elinari will ask such questions. She really doesn't care.
We do have a lot of those. And I think we managed to get at least one of the ballistas.
We don't know.
I'm hoping for more, but we did get one.
I hope for both the ballistas that are available.
How much are they worth?
I don't know. The mithril parts are 200 gold or something. But I think a working, repeating quad ballista might be worth more than 200 gold.
Definitely, yes.
I mean, because
could we buy them at that price?
I don't think we can buy ballistas.
Well,
At least
we can
not
buy,
Come to
like
festivals and
we
there's
can
just
buy
lined
ballistas,
up everywhere.
we can buy ballistas, but we can't really buy like quadruple rapid fire ballistas.
Yeah, no,
Can't
actually,
buy
it's
gnomish
18,000 for the goddamn ironstone that makes us able to not have to breathe.
It is a slotless item, remember, so the price is like multiplied.
There's the necklace of adaptation, which only costs 9,000 gold. You'll be able to buy that just fine.
Necklace of
You feeling okay, Grimith?
that could be more like something we want.
9,000 gold is still quite a lot.
You mute all vapors and gases.
You'll remember that Thorag wore it in the Age of Darkness. That's how he was
Yeah.
able to go under the sea.
Under
To
the
live.
sea.
Or a long time.
Hmm.
The final frontier.
Whenever he smelled story progression, he just jumped off the ship.
Anyone who gave him trouble, he just thought about it really hard and they went away.
Good evening.
Doesn't
Hello,
matter.
Jonas.
Server is up.
What?
Yep.
This is preposterous. How are we not late? That's
Which?
impossible.
Improbable.
We still have time to become late. I'm going to end up late.
We can certainly work on that.
Let's talk about religion some more.
No, death penalty.
So politics.
And
yes, the death
penalty,
penalty.
And monarchy and like whatever.
And the right to bear arms.
Yes.
There are.
And the right to
Abortion,
arm
huh?
bearers.
Euthanasia.
Yes. Just keep piling it on.
So women, huh?
Same-sex
we already
marriage.
do
huh?
I know, right? Oh,
Oh, it's never
Let's talk
good.
about imperialism.
Of course.
I think we should re-establish a Western zone in every country so that we can guide them to a better tomorrow. Their civilization
Yes.
and culture is simply not good enough to do it on their own. Is that controversial enough for debate?
it is certainly controversial.
Oh, I thought you would understand of all people.
Yes,
Britain-
I
Britain
do,
claiming
but
all
it's
of Europe
still
as a,
controversial.
Britain claiming all of Europe as part of its crown colonies.
So, having finally solved all of these hot button issues, Throne of Night Gaming Group is
Good-
ready to
Good session,
tackle.
everyone.
Exactly. Is ready to tackle the hardest of all the issues, the fungal jungle.
So I find like imagine that we'll play a new RPG and we'll play politicians, and the whole thing will be us discussing relevant issues to the modern day, and we'll have no viewers at all. We're like negative viewers.
Grimith actually loses viewers on the channel. He goes, I'm not listening to this crap.
Yeah, we just have a bunch of people demanding that we stop.
That's
Letters.
certainly, I
Could you
think
please just
Jersey,
stop?
I think Jersey Shore kind of built the whole series on that exact line of thinking.
So,
So that's another RPG we could play.
Jersey
I
Shore
know,
RPG.
right?
yes.
Sure.
Jonas, about the ballistas, how much did we actually manage to salvage? Like, how many ballistas?
Well, given that you spent as many days as possible down there, you can basically work relatively undisturbed. I mean, the ship is creaking and stuff, but you're not really in immediate danger as far as you know. What would a take 10 be for, like engineering checks, for instance, for you guys?
That's a good question.
Would it aid anything if Elinari was to offer to use the Make Whole spell to repair any damage that would be sustained to any parts?
It's not so much like if. I mean, yeah, you could certainly sort of patch up minor breaks in the machinery. Yes, that can certainly help, but it's not so much. That is not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is, of course, to somehow detach them from the hull. You would need to leave a significant part of the sort of stock, still melded to the floor. Dragging that out would probably collapse the whole ship.
But I'm sure that we can somehow at least manage to salvage the firing mechanism. So
Yes, what you would have is basically
A
the
giant
things like picked apart and like sorted. I would imagine you would sort it up, like trying to keep everything orderly and marked and stuff like that, and basically have like a huge like bed sheet with everything laid out. It's like this goes here, like super detailed drawings or something by Rilnid. So you can
like an IKEA manual.
Yeah, basically, so you can actually put it together again. Doing this, you would save most of the ballistas. You would have to fashion new stocks for them to sort of stand or rest on.
So we
I'm
need,
sure
like,
that's doable.
basically we just need to make something for it to move on. But
Yes. Right now, if you would put it together right now, it would be the fire mechanism.
we need to have a giant crossbow on the floor.
Yeah, it would be like a giant crossbow lying on the ground.
Basically, we need to get a wagon and attach it to it.
So
yeah.
how about bringing that clockwork gnome?
It is kind of completely destroyed.
Oh, all right. Nothing can be
Yeah,
salvaged.
we didn't really care for
There is-
preserving it at the moment.
It's scrap metal at this point.
It kind of tried to kill us, so we tried to kill it back, and we succeeded.
It's hard. You can't really subdue a golem. So sadly, well, as I said, it's scrap metal. Maybe if you collected that together, you could sell it for, I don't know, a couple of gold. But the fantastical things that made it go is gone. So yeah, you can write up or add like 2 repeating firing ballistas in
Quadruple
pieces.
repeating ballistas.
Yeah, quadruple ballista, gnomish ballista, in pieces.
Without wheels.
Basically, fantastically big crossbows.
Rapid fire crossbows.
Well, when you recruit the cloud giants, oops,
Spoilers.
spoilers. Just mount that on them, and it'll be great.
I think we should totally graft that onto Alinari's riding lizard. Just turn it
Probably
into a
not the-
cyborg.
Mount to graft it to. Everything considered. That really like a giant underground rhino or something like that.
The under rhino.
I mean,
yes.
here's another one for Eleanor. She could do it to the back of a skeleton.
Like a skeletal.
She can only make like people
Something.
skeletons right now.
Oh,
It's not really.
it's heavy. I can't really.
Hey, skeleton, you can't talk.
You're
Like
not
a
that-
skeletal turtle with a ballista on its
hard.
back.
Exactly,
That
that'd be
sounds really
amazing.
awesome.
I suppose you could make a turtle,
Not
as long as it's not too big.
not the quickest.
But
No,
it would
why not?
look very terrifying.
Don't
Like this
underestimate a turtle.
Tank-like
You
turtle.
totally
A
underestimate the turtle.
tortoise. Well, let's.
So yeah, last time things happened while the half of the party was resting in the submarine. The other half of the party explored the Himmelsward and found many fantastical things. Among others, a clockwork gnome that tried to kill them and almost succeeded, and a lot of weird and strange magical knickknacks all over the ship. A folding boat, for instance, and a weird necklace. Also, some maps of the Isle of Seven Horns, which mark the place of the lost gnome city of Vossenstad. After spending a lot of time going through the whole ship, the party decided to stay around for a couple of days to carefully deconstruct and carry with them the 2 surviving repeating quadruple ballistas that was basically armed in the middle compartment of the ship. Apart from that, the days, I imagine, have been spent with a lot of working and a lot of drawings being made and a lot of notations and mumbling conversations between in mostly Rain Kalar and Rilnid, who I think are the only ones with engineering, actually.
Well, that doesn't stop Zen from trying to give smart advice.
Of course.
Trish's engineering.
Right, smart advice, which includes, I think there might be more clockwork gnomes. We should leave here as soon as possible.
Exactly.
The ship is still creaking. Still weird sounds going about. They might just be waiting for you. Well, yeah, that is where we pick up the session. The war machines are packed up and basically collected and sorted all in one of the empty cargo rooms of the ship, basically. And you are free now to do whatever you wish.
So long as we don't hit any fucking turbulence, we'll be good to go. Imagine that, like, fucking 5 hours later. Son of a bitch, all the fucking parts are scattered together.
God damn it!
Did you get the labels? What do you mean oh, fuck. Alright, we can fix this.
We can fix this, I promise.
Is there a helpline we can call the Gnomish Skyboat helpline? If you've scattered your ballista parts, press 8.
We will send a repair drone to you shortly.
And it's a clockwork gnome that tries to kill us.
Please answer with the correct gnomish password.
Exactly. you need a correct gnomish password and your serial number and your customer appreciation number to.
And your citizen security number.
Yep. It also shows up with a huge like a pay slot in the back of it, so you need to sort of pay it in platinum.
And then wind it up.
Yeah, and then wind it up with a huge key. It's pretty great.
Oh. So I guess our next destination is the actual isle, or do we have more things to do apart from that? Well, we certainly do, but I mean, like, more things.
No, I imagine the goal was to continue to proceed along as planned and head to the wreckage of Valsenstadt in Hex 1309.
Go to the Isle of Seven Horns.
We had a thing to find.
Observatory.
A way to make the Zan people like us more so that we can use them for our own ends.
Yes. Still not sure what the observatory is actually observing, because it's kind of underground, which makes
Well,
it
we know the ceiling was
pointless.
once open, so...
Yeah, okay, I guess.
Either that or it was spying on Bothas.
Apparently it's like a giant X-ray telescope. Oh my god. And
I wouldn't be surprised. Not anymore.
I suppose, the Zvirfneblin are pretty capable of anything at this point. So, we can go ahead and detach the Underblad from the Himmelsvard using our incredibly intricate and complex, super cool diving maneuvers and incredible excitement and intrigue and set forth for adventure through Hexes 1311, 1310, and 1309 on a grand quest, which will take 3 hours, barring interruption. We've got plenty of fuel. Tank's not even halfway empty.
How much fuel do we have? You said that the fuel that we found was more efficient than our lamp oil, which
Yes,
makes sense, I guess.
Currently, we've only used 2 hours, which is 3 gallons. Since each hex worth of travel, unless we get delayed due to slaughterfish or whatever, takes 1 hour, we'll only have spent 5 hours traveling when we arrive in 1309. The tank's still full of lamp oil.
Yep, and the refined fuel. Just gonna bring that up so I can double check.
Looking through the help guide at the back of the book, what happens if the players ask about this?
Yep. Help! Players asked about fuel. God damn it! You fucked. Abort.
Abort.
How
Kill them now.
did you let them
Before it's too
aboard
late.
that Zvirfneblin shit? They were supposed to wreck it. You fool.
You fool!
In like book 5, it's like, oh yeah, that submarine underground under the sea they didn't ever look at.
Exactly.
And that's so
Now,
important. Yeah.
now it rises.
They didn't go there, right?
Exactly.
The big
Like,
bag, the big bag campaign villain needs it for part of his plan. Oh, The PC's got it?
Oh.
Well, you can finagle something.
There's another one.
Clearly they had more than one, come on.
Bigger one.
A much better one.
Aw.
This is the Red
Spent
October
4
of
books.
Swift Neblin submarines.
Spent 4 books making this one work, and suddenly, like, there's a perfect one, like, buried 5 feet down, right up.
Perfect submarine. Let's see. Here you have 150 gallons of refined fuel.
Yes, according to you.
Yes, that is the information I have given. Let's see here. Mm-hmm. Let's go 15, 10 hours, yes. With refined fuel, a 1 gallon will get you 1 hour.
Okay.
Yep.
A lot of hours.
Plenty of hours. Alright,
All
so
we need to do is teach people how to refine this fuel for us, or convert the engine to run on Dreams and Starlight, and we'll be good to go.
And of course, build more submarines.
mm-hmm.
Then eventually build more hover ships.
Yes, clearly.
Because clearly one isn't enough. I mean, really.
Or like 6.
Want all of them?
All of them, yes.
So, yes, then, barring interruption, we will be disengaging from the Himmelsvard and moving the Underblad 3 hours through the Hex 1311, 1310, and 1309 to get to the wreckage of Ozenstad.
Alright. You punch the coordinates in and full steam ahead, as it were. The journey is rather uneventful. You cruise through the dark waters of the lake.
As blurringly uneventful as traveling faster than any of us have ever traveled before on some sort of gnomish contraption that can dive underwater and...
Yep, and then shakes and rumbles and coughs and wheezes and have very, very strange lights going off.
These massive spotlights. Zen looking around nervously, muttering about everything that could go wrong.
Suddenly,
You know,
yes, the panel
uneventful
just
is-
falls.
Uneventful is just a different wording for not. You are not dead yet.
Elunary just staring out the window. Tina, Tina's character Tristan looking bored. Zakari sighing.
They go, it's so mundane.
Elinary actually did not enjoy spending that much time just sort of waiting for her brothers to recover some mithril. Yeah, she knows it's important to scavenge, it's money and potential war machines, but it's really a little too technical for her. She doesn't really care for it much. She does look forward to seeing the this place where these wonderful magical things come from, though. That could potentially have some interest.
And Tristan will be like, "Want to play a game? Want to play a game? Want to play a game?"
Russian
Wanna play a
roulette
game?
with buttons in the
Elinary
submarine.
will allow Miku to play.
Miku, you do it. Okay. He sits down and happily plays whatever game Tristan thinks of.
Does Miku use his new words?
No, he does not.
Thought I'd check.
No, that would be. I think that would be very obvious if he actually started using
That
those
would
new words.
turn the journey from uneventful to very eventful.
Suddenly, it just explodes in the back.
You see Rain just puts his shield like on wait a sec, like on this side of him.
Yeah, it's not gonna go in there for a while.
You're just holding the shield on that side, the other hand piloting the ship.
No, Miku does not use any of the new words that was suggested. He seems to, happily play with Trislan. Whatever. Well, what game does Trislan play? What kind of game has she made up?
I Spy.
I spy with my little eye something that begins with W. Is it water? Yes.
How are you so good at this? Wow.
All right.
Sometimes it's a mushroom.
Yeah, that's certainly true. Well, I Spy is going on in the back.